So the two new girls seem to be hitting it off, but I bet they'll hate each other by the end of the seas. Oh, goodness. So they gonna say Jen can go a little crazy, but Margaret can't let anything go? Honey, that's Jen. That's Jen. But now Margaret's ex-best friend is telling the girls Margaret's the one who drops the bomb, but that's more production telling her to do that. However, Rachel's like, Margaret's only been nice to you, Danielle. Not Staub, but New Heifer. Why you taking up for Jen? 'Cause she's an idiot. That blonde eye seeped through. Over with Teresa and Jennifer, they're shopping for jewelry for her bridesmaids. But then Pterodactyl Teresa gets to tearing Joe down because he didn't invite her out to the shore house. Instead, he invited Margaret. But you just threw that chosen family dig last week. But you expect an invitation. Okay. Oh, Paulie's not coming to the shore with Black Dolores. All right, well, let's see how this shore trip goes. It usually is shitty. Oh, and but Black Dolores is going to set some boundaries with Frank. What you going to do, kick him off the show? I'm sorry, we don't want to look at ugly Paulie. We want to look at, Frank's son. But they get into an argument about communication and lack of communication. Child, what's unsaid is Bill don't love you, and you don't need to hear that because he ain't going nowhere, and neither is you. Wouldn't nobody put up with you. Oh, Jennifer done finally got a shore house because the show paid for it. You really love to waste money. You trying to beat Jackie. Jackie ain't even on the show no more. So we have 3 houses. We have Jennifer's house. Jennifer, you big dummy. You always buy a shore house fully furnished. Ain't nobody trying to take that rental crap with them. So what you're saying is the house is mortgaged to the Hilton. You can't afford it. If you can't afford new bed sheets, you want to sleep in somebody else's sheets. And that's what your guests are getting. I mean, your guests knew they was getting used, but they didn't know how used. It hasn't even changed from the previous owner. Used. Just like Bill is used for his money. So Margot's staying at Melissa's house. Jen Fessler has a house. No, Rachel has a house that Jen Fessler is staying at. And I think Black Dolores, too. The new blonde chick is staying with Jennifer. Jennifer Aiden. Or Jennifer Asshole would be more apt. Just Jennifer Asshole. Oh, Teresa's staying at Jen's house as well. So now Joe and Melissa gonna get upset that Margaret's mama is invited. But Teresa works with Margaret's mama. I mean, she hangs out with Margaret's mama more than your in-laws, and she don't like y'all. Again, make it make sense. Well, I guess since the cast member's mama got invited and the sisters-in-law's mama didn't get invited, but girl, it's their party and they don't have to invite you. Oh, Jackie's staying at Melissa's house too, or maybe Jackie's at her own place because, friend of the show. However, over with Teresa, she's saying, well, I can't believe I wasn't invited to Joe and Melissa's, and once my daughter asked to go, but they said no. Jackie thinks that the blonde heifer is leaving out a big piece of the story about why she don't talk to her brother. Well, you know what? You'll never figure it out because you're a small piece of the show. We all getting ready for the first night Luau event. Everybody acting like they gonna be on their best behavior. But I've never seen a monkey with manners. Marge, so you're the first one at the party to start shit. Did Teresa warn you, Rachel, about me? Does it matter? I wouldn't tell you my business either, ho. Rachel said, well, when I was shopping with Danielle the blonde heifer this week, she said you had information on everybody. Oh, goodness, but now Joe has an excuse to touch someone's genitals. Well, to touch a penis. Joe feels like you're not in the group unless you've bottomed for everybody. But honey, that's only what you want to do. Some men's like women's. Jen, why would you willingly take shots in front of these people? I would be sipping on a spritzer. I'm like, look, we just getting into this. I'm not going to be the disheveled little drug addict. Because that's what you are. It's not that you can't hold your liquor, you just seem like an alcoholic. I'm not saying you are one, but that's what it looks like. It's the smell that comes through the screen. And it smells like Seagram's. Oh, God. So Margaret gets a chance to confront terrible Teresa, and she do. Why start it so early? Teresa gets sudden memory loss. You gonna play coot? Like Tom Girardi? Rachel said, look, you said what you said, and I'ma said that you said it. So this doesn't sit well with Teresa running and telling that. This feels very high school. Isn't it high school to say it in the first place? So Teresa gonna say, well, yeah, I said if you mess with you, you're vicious, but I'd say that about me too. And Margaret said, well, honestly, that's assaulting my character. Margaret, you person, you really person, because it's true. But there's nothing really wrong with saying the truth. It's on television. Let's not act like you haven't before. You've pushed husbands in pools. But we gonna act like you're some dainty angel? All right, okay, I forgot how white women lie. My white women friends is honest and kind and impotent. I've been watching The Help. So Teresa's like, look, if any of us got poked, we would poke back. There's nothing wrong with saying that. And it's true. It's true. There's nothing. Teresa, you were starting, but also, Margaret, you was putting 20 on 10. Maybe 25. Maybe 25. They ain't got no black friends. No black friends. I mean, normally you see a token or two, but Meanwhile, Frank pulls Black Dolores to the side and says, you need to push Polly to spend time with us. And your boyfriend? And your boyfriend? DeLolo is tired of the throuple. Bill is just crawling on the floor. Bill gonna drown. Oh, God! Rachel, Jennifer Besler, Marge, and Black Dolores are talking to Louie and Teresa, and they bring up the wedding. And Jennifer Besler gonna say, we talking about the missing mom with Melissa. Girl, you are too new. Teresa said, oh, that ain't no oversight. We have a history, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Girl, you didn't think you was gonna get nowhere. Except for Hot Knotville, because you might have gone to Hot Knotville. You might have gone to Slap It Town. Teresa takes you to Slap It Down. She'll take that head to Slap It Down. By the end of the season, you won't be around. So I'd love to see you in Slap It Town. So Teresa says back in the day, they was talking shit about her online. And Jen Besler says, won't that drive the wedge between you and Joe even further? So Mighty Joe Young actually apologized to Melissa's mom about the lack of invitation. However, this gets Teresa's temper trembling. Are we about to see these monkeys paw? So Teresa says, well, go on and invite Donna if you want her there. He said, will you be mad? Why would I be mad? You know she's furious. She just said, we have issues, and I'm going to leave it at that. So he strolls over to go and invite Donna. He ain't a peacemaker. He's a shit starter just like you. Oh, goodness, but we've got to get it gay with Joe feeling up on this guy. Y'all going to take that poor man's skin off. I think Bill might be on a little booger sugar because I don't know how he's still awake. Did they let them take a nap? He's giving me cocaine. Now, it's a legend. I ain't saying he's doing that, but that's what it looks like through the screen. Oh, God, Jennifer. Now you whining about Marge exposing that affair and it's giving your children trauma. Well, it was your husband that gave your children trauma. Honestly, it was you by not doing some research into who you were marrying and just going for the Chanel ring. Now you see that ring is from a flea market. Child, Jen's gonna say, and then we've been arguing about how to raise the kids. If you want them to be average, then they'll have an average life. But they got average mama. So that, average could be in the cards. And what's wrong with average? Define average. Define average. What makes me better than you? Everybody's got to work, right? Everybody's got their way to make the world work. And there are some people that don't work, and guess what? They have value. So define average. Define an average life. Is an average life being in an unhappy marriage in an airport out in Paramus with friends that don't like you on a show where you can only embarrass yourself and show your cervix for a quarter because that's your only skill? Is that average? Is that above average or below? What is average? Is average living in a one-bedroom apartment but doing what you love every day? Finding your way through life, is that average? What's average? I want to know. Oh, God. Now Jen talk about how she's sticking her finger in her big ugly's ass. Ugh. But your long nails. Oh, Lord. But Jackie's attacking Danielle with her full heart. I get this feeling about her. She's a fun and good person, but there's something about that brother story that's fishy. Fishy is your position on the show? Because that's smelling like halibut. Carp. Ooh. Jackie sees the part of her that is nasty. So now the blonde heifer walking over like, okay. And you know mealy mouth Jenna. Don't eat me. Pop her ass. Jackie is telling everybody that will listen to her. Meanwhile, blonde heifer with her husband, and she's like, I'm trying to keep calm. Pop off, honey, pop. That's why you're here. Show Teresa a thing. You can also get orangutan. Oh, goodness, and now Margaret is joining the chorus. It's not just Instagram stories. Do I think she's telling the truth? No. So Melissa goes over to check on the blonde heifer. And the blonde heifer says, I just hear my name in so many conversations. And we don't hear Jackie's in any. So Melissa says, well, yeah, they don't think that you're telling the truth about your bro. Honey, he want to hump her too, just like Joe. Not Mighty Joe Young, just Joe. So the blonde heifer leaves and she gonna take Jen with her. Jennifer Hayden. So they drive off from the party, she upset, and she's going off in the van. And of course Teresa says, Jackie was the one that started it. And of course, Jennifer Aiden's, oh yes, that's what Jackie said. That's what Marge said. The one person you don't want to have as an enemy. This collection of chimpanzees can't quit, I tell you. Oh, I love this because this is the most Jane Goodall part of my week. Oh, God. And then next week, we've got even more incest play. I live with your 4 nieces. I wear your father's pajamas at night. Oh, that sounds no kind of right.